I'm on my way home from a recent teaching trip to London, and it was a really exciting trip. London is one of my favorite places to teach for a solution-focused brief therapist who practices kind of the pragmatic, brief, minimalistic approach to solution-focused brief therapy. London is kind of like my mecca, so I always come away with great ideas. I always come away with more thoughts and more ideas for projects and things like that. So one of the things I want to talk about today is the comparison between Fidelity to solution-focused brief therapy and Eclecticism, combining solution-focused brief therapy with other approaches. So, I am someone who practices solution-focused brief therapy purely, and I've been influenced significantly by my colleagues over in London at Brief, Chris Iveson, Harvey Ratner, and Evan George. Now, I will say that I don't want to give the impression that you have to use solution-focused brief therapy in its purest form in order to be effective. I think the thing that is really important to recognize, and one of the things that drives me and motivates me to continue to teach, write, and train solution-focused brief therapy is there are a lot of misconceptions out in the field about this approach. And I've even heard people say that you can't use solution-focused brief therapy with people who have significant problems, or you have to combine solution-focused brief therapy with other approaches. And these things are not true. You can use solution-focused brief therapy as a standalone approach, and you can use solution-focused brief therapy to impact clients who have significant life struggles and significant life problems. And, it's one of the reasons why I do the things that I do. Like I recently, about 6 months or so ago, I created an online training community that I call the Solution Focused University. And people, before they join, will often ask me, do I have to be a purist in order to be a member of the Solution Focused University? To expand that even bigger, like, do I have to be a purist to be a member of the Solution Focused community itself? And the answer is no. But I do think it's important to recognize what solution focused is and what it's capable of. And, early on in my development as a writer and a teacher, I was really motivated by going on YouTube, and I just did a search for solution-focused brief therapy, and I was appalled at some of the videos that I found online that were available to people because there's such poor demonstrations of what solution-focused brief therapy is or isn't. So whether or not you want to be a purist is completely up to you as a clinician. But I really want you to at least know what solution-focused brief therapy actually is and what this approach is capable of. Because once you know that, then you're in a much more informed place to make a decision on whether or not you want to practice it as a standalone approach or whether you want to combine it with some other approach you've been trained to do. And if you are going to combine it with other approaches, you have to be able to do it in a way that honors solution-focused brief therapy and doesn't detract from the other approach. And the only way to really know that is to get to know solution-focused brief therapy and actually what it is. In my time out in this field, I realized there are probably more misinformation out there than there is accurate information. So I've just wanted to share so much so that people see what this approach actually is and what it's capable of. So please, become a student of solution-focused brief therapy. Really watch credible sources and quality training materials so that you're aware of what this approach is, so we can kill a lot of these myths and people out in the field are more aware of what solution-focused brief therapy is. So I gotta go catch another flight, one more flight before I get home. Thanks for watching this video. Help me get the word out. Please give me a like, give me a share, comment on this video whether or not you practice solution-focused brief therapy as a standalone approach, whether you combine it with something you've done before. I'd love to hear from you. One of my favorite things to do actually is interact with people. So thank you, and I gotta go catch a flight. So I'll see you next time.